Hi guys, happy Wednesday, Doreen from Door Designs. Today I'm actually going to be doing a tutorial on a new design. I typically do my sign and ribbon bundles on Wednesdays, but I'm going to be out of town tomorrow through Sunday, so I won't be here to fill any orders. So I'm going to hold off, do my bundles next week, and then do the tutorial today. So on today's design, I'm going to be doing a fall design. I have just a couple of fall up to do, and then I'm going to be flipping everything over to Christmas. Most of my shelves, the scarecrows are basically gone. There's just a couple of pumpkins left, so I need to redo all this and get Christmas going. Today's design is going to be on an evergreen base. It's about a 22 or a 24 inch. It wasn't round. I actually bent it in a little bit, took some zip tie or pipe cleaners and just kind of ran it from one side to the other to kind of give it a little bit of more stability. And then I just took 10-inch mesh. I cut it about 24 inches long and then just curled it up and filled this in. The reason I don't do this in my tutorials, it takes way too long, and plus no one wants to sit and watch me do that. So I'm going to use this as my base. Here is the mesh that I used. So it's just a burlap color with a cream color stripe on it. And by the time I get done with everything, you really won't see much of the mesh anyway. It's basically there just to kind of be a filler and give me a little bit of color and design on the background. So our focal point is going to be a scarecrow from Sassy Bird. And this is the guy I'm going to be using today. And I've had these, gosh, I bought some last year and I bought some the year before, so I'm not sure what year I got these. They've always been very good sellers for me in my shop. So on this one, I'm really going to focus on all the animal print that is in the scarecrow hat. And then along with that, I've got some candy corn that I got, I think last year or the year before too. I believe these came from Nice Touch 184, and look how good they go together. So I'm going to incorporate, I think, 2 of these. And then for my ribbon, these are the ribbons I'm going to do. So I've got kind of a plain burlap, and then I've got one that kind of got to me, it's got a fall pumpkin-y scarecrow feel to it with the stitching and stuff that goes around it. And then I'm going to do some rust with the cream. And then, of course, we're going to do some animal print with the orange trim on the outside. So first off, I'm going to go ahead and attach my scarecrow. What I did is on these, there's a place right here to attach your zip ties, wire, pipe cleaners. What I'm going to do though, I ran mine, and I do this because on my last ones, I actually ran my pipe cleaner up through the brim of the hat up here because I want to secure this. This is so nice and long. I want to secure it so it doesn't move very much. And I'm actually going to use my second one to secure it along the bottom and the neck of the scarecrow because I'm actually going to be attaching a big bow right below that. So I'm going to go ahead and attach it first. And I'm going to attach it a little bit higher and not keep it right in the middle because I'm going to fill this nice and full. And I'm just going to run this back in here and twist it down. I'm going to take this down just for a second because I can actually reach it better. And I'm just twisting the pipe cleaner. Make sure it's nice and tight. And I'm actually just going to cut this netting off the bottom because all it's doing is getting stuck in the mesh, and I'm not going to use it, nor is it going to be seen. And then I'm going to take 2 more pipe cleaners, and all I do is I just twist them together because when you have a grape or a evergreen with this much mesh, sometimes one pipe cleaner pulls it pretty tight. trying to get through all this mesh. And I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm just going to pull the pipe cleaner together and twist. Okay, we've got the scarecrow attached nice and tight. Next, what I'm going to do is I am going to add some of my filler around it, and then we're going to make that nice big bow down here at the bottom. So for the filler, I'm going to go with just some bright colors. I want some bright oranges. We're going to do some little wispies. I've just got all kinds of different things I want to do, but I want to kind of really keep it nice and bright. This would be a showstopper from your front door with these bright of colors. So I'm just going to cut some of these real quick. And these leaves and berries came from Hobby Lobby. And they do push up, so I'm going to make mine a little bit shorter. And I'm dipping it in my electric skillet, or if you have a glue pot or a glue gun. I use Gorilla Glue sticks in my electric skillet. I keep my temperature around 325. And when you're securing or gluing in any kind of picks or anything, you want to make sure that you're hitting the evergreen piece of it so your glue has something to dry to. If you only use it on the mesh really isn't always a good thing to attach it to, because sometimes the mesh, it can pop off. So I always try to make sure I'm getting it on some of the evergreen. And I'm just going to go all the way around my design using these leaves. I'm going to skip a little bit right in here because that's where my bow is going to be. So I may add some once I get the bow done. And I'm going to go ahead and use the complete first bush of the bright leaves. Okay, I've got 2 more pieces of this left. Okay, so see how nice and full and bright it looks just with that one fall bush going all the way around. The good thing on designs like this is the mesh fills in so much of it. You can stop at any time or add as much as you want in designs like this. It all depends on your style and taste, on how full you want it to be. So I'm going to go ahead and add some of our whimsy here. This also came from Hobby Lobby, and I cannot tell you how many times I've used this in designs. And I'm going to push it up just like I did the other one. And I'll probably use about 3 or 4 pieces of this. I think I'm going to start out and only use 3. So I've got one here, and I'm going to put one right down here. Typically when I design, I do it in groups of 3. And if 3 doesn't work, then I'll bump it up to usually 5. I like to design in odd numbers. I know some people like even. So whatever you prefer. I'm trying to get this to push up a little bit farther. Okay, and there it is with our little whimsy, with our leaves. I love the movement. I like my designs a lot more open and airy. So I'm going to move this out of the way. I'm going to go ahead and let's make our bow next and kind of see what kind of space we have left. So I'm going to start out with the 2.5-inch burlap. I get this from Craft Outlet and I use it year round. I can't tell you how many rolls of this I buy. I can give you the number off of it too, if I can read it. It looks like RG521201. I need to keep a pair of readers on my table here. I'm just kind of thinking of how I want to make my bow for this one. Okay, I think I'm just going to do my loop bow with my tails hanging down, and then I think I'm going to do some ribbon coming down on each side. So I'm going to leave my tail down, and then I'm going to start making my loops. My loops will probably be about 6 to 7 inches. This one's 7, and I'm just going to twist it and make another loop. Yeah, nice and big. Next, I'm going to take this one that I love. It looks like it's got the little stitching on it. This one also came from Craft Outlet. And what I'll do, when I post my video in the comments, I'll put the ribbon with the numbers in it. I'm afraid I'm going to read a wrong number without my glasses. Okay, on my second loop, I'm going to do it about a 1/2 inch to 1 inch shorter than my burlap. Then next I'm going to use the wresth, and I'm just doing the same thing on every one of these ribbons. Doing a tail. I'm just laying it on top and then doing my loops. And then the top one is going to be the cheetah or animal print. And same thing, guys, I'm just making a loop, pinching it, twisting it, bringing it back up. I'm going to zip tie it, but I'm actually going to use a pipe cleaner on the back to attach it. I'm not going to worry about my center on this one because I'm going to probably put a little pumpkin or something in the middle. Take my arm this way. It's so full I can't get my arms around it. Now we'll cut our tails back once we get everything else in, see how we like it. And there's the bow. Okay, I want you to notice how the blue in the ribbon brings out the blue kind of turquoise in the scarecrow's eyes. And I'm going to trim that back a little bit. Okay, I'm just going to add some more things around it. And at this point, you can, like I said, add anything you want, how full you want it. I got these at Randolph Mercantile, which is a local store here. It's actually where I had all my fall wreaths and Halloween for her fall open house. Okay, I'm actually adding in some of this fall behind the bow to bring the bow out a little more. I want to secure that bow just a little bit tighter, so I put a little bit of glue behind it. I'm just going to hold that for a minute. Glue's hot. Okay, now I'm going to add some different florals. We're going to add some dark rust, kind of like some burgundy, a little bit of kind of a grayish blue. And I'm just kind of going around and sticking them in. Okay, I'm going to put just a couple of these bigger ones in there. And I'm going to face some of them kind of facing out. I don't want everything to be facing forward. I want my wreath to be three-dimensional all the way around. So if somebody's looking at your design from the side, I want them to be able to see some of the beautiful florals and greenery and stuff we have in here, the fall picks. I already know I'm going to get some people saying I'm putting too much stuff in it. But like I said, you can quit whenever you want when you're designing yours. I just want this to be nice and full and bright, so it really pops on someone's front door. I'm going to cut that one a little bit shorter. I don't need it that long. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit of gray, kind of a grayish blue. These flowers came from Hobby Lobby, I think last year. I think I'm going to add a couple of ribbon tails first before doing the last florals. And I think I'm going to do these two ribbons. I was going to do a little more of the animal print, but I don't want the animal print to take over the design. I'm just taking two of the pine ties and twisting them around the ribbon. And I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other side. I'm going to start this side down a little bit lower than the one I did on the left-hand side because I don't want them both matching. I want to kind of make it a little bit more dimensional by bringing one side down. And this is what's nice about using evergreen bases. You can just use your pine tines and attach a lot of your stuff. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit of the gray florals. I'll roll that back up because I have to have a little bit of another color besides just all the warm colors of the oranges and the golds and the yellows. Okay, let me trim back. Oops, nope, I got one more gray. I think that's all the gray that I have. Okay, let's trim back our ribbon tails at the bottom, because we are getting, this one is just about done. And I'm cutting my ribbon tails all different lengths. I think it just kind of helps showcases them when you have them at different lengths and not all the same. And if you want, you could roll them up and curl them. You could leave them straight. I might curl a couple of them and I'm gonna leave the rest of them straight. Okay, I think we're done with this one. Here he is up close, nice and full, all the different colors. I still may trim a little bit of this back because it's kind of overshadowing his cute little face. And then here is this side. So you can see the blue coming through. So this one is a big one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And like I said, I will not be doing another tutorial tomorrow because I will be gone till Sunday. Enjoy the rest of your week, and then I will be back next week for Tea Towel Tuesday, Wreath Kit Wednesday, and a tutorial. So take care. Bye-bye.